Okay,
you
got
know,
it.
he's like support.
15? We have 15 minutes.
He's mental support.
That's all we got.
He's physical support.
Emotional support.
Can we get a working quiet even though like it's just you? You're the one that needs to be quiet? Hey Yasmin, working quiet please.
Everything support. Any support you could think of, literally, he is everything.
We're making a movie that's kind of deeply personal. And I've been anxious all day, but I've been trying to hold it together.
Each year, the seniors of Cal State Long Beach's film department put their skills to the test, making 10 generously financed short films. After semesters of trials and tribulations, they are prepared to face the challenge.
Did you have my permission? Because I didn't sign any paperwork yet either.
Once all paperwork and gear has been properly inspected, we are ready to go to set. Where our skilled production designers and talented actors bring these worlds to life.
Roll sound, please.
Sound speeding. Camera.
And action.
I feel so lucky to have ended up with the cast that I did. Jacqueline, Hector, and Jenna are all amazing and really just brought like a level of dedication to the project that like I was astounded by. Hector in particular brought like an element that I didn't really see coming as well that I really think ended up working out.
I knew that I wanted to tell a queer love story. I feel comfortable writing dramas, and so I just wanted to do something that played to my strengths and my interests.
Ultimately, it was just like, okay, which one is like giving you more of a visceral reaction? You should go for that one.
Okay, you ready?
Oh my god! The particles look so good!
But even with the main character, I see so much of myself of her. It's so hard for women, I just feel like it's because we could be so highly criticized in any way. You could be the most beautiful person and someone still might say something. And I really wanted to showcase that struggle on screen.
I think things will continue to change. I think, you know, they are already changing with artists being vulnerable and telling these kind of stories. But I don't think fully change just because, you know, how can they? It's just so hard for us to do a full 180 from so many different things to believe all these, you know, beauty standards.
There's so many great moments on set. It was so fun having the Fantasy Tavern set. Like Chase's set is beautiful. Lex, who came in, old friend from high school theater, she came in on as an amazing hair and makeup designer, and she brought to life the tieflings, the half-orcs. We gave Colin a giant beard, and he was so excited for that.
When Garrett initially pitched the film, he pitched going back and forth between the D&D world and reality. And I just thought that would be really cool.
A lot of people gave me the time of day. A lot of people hopped on my set for free, and a lot of people believed in me.
I mean, me and TK always envisioned a red. I don't regret it, but shooting in red is harder than one may think.
I really wanted to write something that shed some light on some things that our generation missed.
It's kind of, you know, with the actors or what they've experienced as either immigrants or first-gen Americans. The film is very personal, and the lines definitely get blurred between the actor or who's the character, I think.
I think a lot of the topics we cover in the film are quite taboo, and you don't really talk about your struggles and your mental health struggles or anything like that. I think it's kind of like societally, it's also like your problems are your problems. Like they're quite socially conservative with that. And I think it was just important to set it in a Japanese context because it made the most sense to me. It was where I could maybe bring in some of my thoughts and experiences and my, you know, viewpoints on Japan's perspective of like mental health. I feel very grateful, like looking back, and I'm very like proud of the work we did.
In terms of storytelling, I think it kind of allows you to be more creative and to think outside of your own life and to, create worlds that you've never lived in and lives that you've never lived.
When I got into this, it was introduced to me as like a dark comedy, so it was just very different from what I'm used to. But I think I told myself, I want to challenge myself. Like, let's see how much I can do this well, and let's see what I can learn from it.
When I'm watching the American media or the cinema in general, they keep making Asian characters act the same way and then have the same personality. So that's why I try to do something different, because I see so many Asian people don't act similar to the way how American media portrays them usually.
I was kind of on the fence about DPing a project as a whole. Obviously, I worked with Hien before, so I'm like, okay, I kind of know, I'm kind of in familiar waters, but it also helps me challenge myself.
You're the best basketball team that's here right now. That's it. I'm sorry, you're full of yourselves.
I started writing it about a little more than a year ago. It went through numerous drafts and eventually got finished over the summer of last year.
Press stood out to me because of the relationship that I built with Mason really early on. He is a very credible human being aside from his directing skills and writing skills.
Seeing the team on the court in the gym, which was fully dressed, was a crazy feeling. And we had a whole team with their own jerseys that we got made.
What's going on?
Hey, Chloe. Hey, Chloe. Yep.
We're gonna get ready for the take soon. So,
Oh, yeah. Thanks.
you can let your mom know.
Their character is fairly young in the show, and a lot of children's show identities are older because you have kind of that parental calming presence, and so I feel like you're not seeing a lot of younger people in that space being hosts. I'm not really trying to push anything specific. I think it's just important to show non-binary people. That's my biggest thing at the end of the day.
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap on Cozy Dinner.
That's a wrap!
Oh my God, Vogue! Hi, welcome to my mansion. Ooh. We're gonna talk about that.
This video is gonna get leaked when all of us are famous, and you're all four of these dudes are sitting right next to each other.
And this is how they got canceled. No,
Welcome to the backyard. Here is my fire pit where I roast s'mores.
When we were on fucking Cozy Dinner, when we were in a circle, and that camera showed up, or the other camera guy that was there. And then we all were waving at the camera. Do you remember that?
Why are you talking about this right now?
I'm talking about when we were